DJ, you know what it is.
This is Kashphat, you already know.
Tig3rwould, you already know what time it is. 242, bless up.
So I'm from Ghana, West Africa, born and raised.
I was born in Nassau, Bahamas, but I lived in Freeport all my life. I lived in Freeport when I was probably, I want to say 10, till I graduated from high school. Then I lived in the States for a while. Now I'm here in Canada just pursuing my dreams.
Kashphat is, I mean, that's me right here. How I got the name Cash is my initials. Kennedy Alfred C.C. Hammond. And yeah, that's Cash. And Fat means excellence. So I'm associated with excellence in everything that I do. So Kashphat.
I'm Tig3rwould. The name I had, Tiger, was originally, it was a name that I had as a kid, so I always had that name, but I used to go by the name Problem. It was a problem on the mic, on the court, because I used to play ball too, so there's a problem on and off the court. I used to get in a little fights and stuff like that. I grew up in a bad neighborhood, so I used to go by Problem initially, and then I switched it to Tig3rwould because everybody used to call me Tiger. And then when I was in the States, I was changing my Twitter name, and I was like, yo, I need a good name for Twitter that's gonna stick. So this girl was like, Tig3rwould. And she was like, the golf player. I was like, nah, that I don't feel that. So I was like, what about Tig3rwould? She's like Tig3rwould do something? It's like, you got it. She's like, I like that. So I just stuck with that. I use it on everything, and that's why I go by Tig3rwood now.
How I started doing music, I was basically my whole family have some kind of association with music. Either they like listening to it or they actually do it. You know what I mean? And I'm the one out of my family to actually pursue it. I've been in choirs, I play a lot of instruments. Yeah, and that's how come I fell in love with the art. And how long I've been doing it it's been years now, but in my first few years I was just doing it as a hobby, but now I'm taking it very, very serious, and I want to take it to the next level.
The way music has always been a passion for me. I can remember when I was in elementary school, my brother and sister were both in a choir, and I could sing, but I could never really get the right pitch. So I remember one day I went to try and join the school choir, and the lady was pretty much like, nah, you're not ready yet. And she pretty much told me I couldn't be in the choir. And I remember being devastated about it. I always wrote poems because I was a ladies' man. Well, I thought I was a ladies' man for the most part. So I always would write little poems and stuff for the shorties and things like that. So it kind of grew from that. It was this guy who went to my church. He made music all the time. And what happened was there was a studio literally right up the corner from where I lived. And he told his producer, like, yo, I got this little kid. He's actually sick. So he brings me to the studio. Now, mind you, I wasn't always tall. I was a short, little skinny little kid. I'm still skinny now, so I was still little. And so when the guy sees me, he's like, this little kid probably can't make no music. So I go in the booth and I started rapping. I was like, me, I'm no fireman, no, we got ice, man. I stay cool in any different kind of weather, man. You better not touch me. You could get frostbite. I'm freezing below 0 degrees. I float past. So when I spit those when I spit those bars for him, I was like 10, 11 or so. Little wee kid, and he's like, what? Whenever you want to come to the studio, you can do that. Just come. You don't even have to text me in advance. Just come knock on the door, and you can spit music. And from then, it was like a passion of mine. But basketball always kept me distracted from that. So
the Sarkodie, the D Blacks, a lot of other artists that are in Ghana, but in terms of internationally, 50 Cent, obviously Lil Wayne.
Sheesh, me too, bro.
For real. 50 Cent, Lil Wayne.
Yo, Fifth, if you're watching this, holla at me, eh?
Bro, I got your book and everything, bro. Yeah, so, and Chris Brown too, in terms of singing and everything like that. Yeah, he is.
That's
He's
my
mad
guy.
with it, bro.
Multi-talented.
I'm saying. And yeah, and Drake definitely had a lot to do because he's very versatile, and I admired that about him. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for me, the people that inspire me are the ones that I really grew up on, because the era I came from, I'm a 90s baby, so I grew up on like 50 Cent, Cassidy, Punchlines. So you already know, Jada Kiss.
Mad with it,
you know what I mean? Fabulous. those kind of guys. So content has always been like important to me because those guys know how to put a body of work together. And then as the years progressed, Lil Wayne most definitely, Drake came along. Drake right now is like probably one of my favorites. J. Cole, Kendrick. So originally I was more like a battle rap kind of guy. Like when I penned my songs, it would be more so like punchline. And then as music changed, I kind of drifted away from that. I would still like lyrics and content is still very important to me. I don't feel like I have to follow a trend or a wave to make my music popular. You know what I mean? Like it's still good to have a catchy song. You could still have a catchy song with good content as well as punchlines. Like it's like zero to do that. I just feel like guys take the easy way out. So after listening to Drake is very good at doing that. He'll make a bomb ass song with very good lyrics, like good content, everything in there. So he's probably the person that inspires me the most. And I guess you can kind of hear it in certain songs that I make as well. But I feel like I have my own lane, but he's definitely one of the people.
An inspiration for sure.
Yeah.
Get right,
that's
man.
a big tune still. If you haven't heard Get Right,
Like what in the world?
what are you doing,
Are
bro?
you good, bro?
Are you dumb? Like what?
I swear, man. Nah, but do you want to say it or I say it? Like,
You want me to tell them how Get Right came about?
go ahead.
Alright,
That
so
shit's
here's the
crazy,
deal,
man.
right? I have a project called Vibes, and the hashtag or subtitle of it is Now or Never.
Yeah.
So the first song I put out initially was Netflix and Chill. It's like a song with me and my girl on it. It's a rappy, singy type song. And the rest of the project was more on a Kendrick, J. Cole type of vibe. But then I came across the Get Right instrumental. And I just could hear the harmony and the melodies of this beat in my head. And I was listening to it. And I was going through some stuff at the time. And it just seemed like no matter how much right I did, God just kept following me. And I just sat down and I went in a zone pretty much. And anybody who's heard the song or haven't heard it, if you're going through anything, it's definitely a song you can relate to. I lost a lot of my friends to the streets. Dino, Mikey, Ronaldo, Yellow, the list goes on. R.I.P. all my bros for sure. And I was just sitting down and I was like, man, some of my boys in jail, free sugar. So I was just sitting down and I was thinking like, bro, it's like, no matter how much good I do, God just keeps following me. I was like, I've been down so long, I don't know what up feels like. Feels like, yeah. All my life I got it wrong. So I'm just trying to get right, yeah. So it's pretty much just telling you like, even though you doing, like there's a lot of people out here that's doing the wrong things, and you're just trying to do the right thing, but you've been down so long you just can't remember what feeling up feels like no more. It's almost like you only know how to feel down, but it also speaks again out of that funk, like being with your boys from day one, and y'all gonna be together until the end. And I went to the studio. Originally, I didn't have a second verse for it, so I was in the studio and I knew Cash. I listened to Cash Project. Shit's baby. If you haven't heard that, you should listen to that as well.
For real.
So our guy ZJ, shout out to ZJ. ZJ was mixing. ZJ was mixing some other tracks for me, and Cash walked in. I was like, bro, I need you on this track. So he goes out in this next room, and you could tell him what happened from there.
Straight up, like, so I walk in, 'cause, like all my friends, we were, so he was in the studio with ZJ. All my friends are upstairs having fun and shit, and I'm like, let me come down and see what these guys are up to.
Yeah.
So I come down to the studio, and I'm hearing the track, and he's like, yo, I want you to jump on this. I'm like, give me 40 minutes.
Yeah, the shit was done so quick, bro.
Really, like, I just went to the next room, wrote it out. Like, before I recorded it, he had to leave. He left, recorded it, sent him the vocals, and it was just, nah.
The crazy thing is, I didn't hear his verse before he recorded it.
Yeah.
So, it was the night before my birthday too. So.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right.
That's true.
So I got it that day. And I can remember ZJ sent me the song or whatever.
Yeah.
So I opened it, and he's very good at mixing. So the song, he edited, he put something at the front, like a little intro. So I'm just like, yo, this track is actually sick. Because I didn't anticipate it to turn out the way it did, because it came together so nicely. And And then I heard the way that he harmonized at the end and the intro to his verse. He's like, I've been down so long,
I've been down so long, I don't know what's going on. Been wrong for so long, now everything is alright. Realize I said we
It's me and all my niggas.
Yeah.
Keep that circle tight
like the pussy I hit last week.
Oh, when he said that, I just was like,
Yeah.
all right, we definitely got something on our hands here. And then I go to the bar that night for my birthday. It's me, my girl, and a couple of my boys. I seen Cash out, so we dap up. Sure enough, CJ is DJing at the bar.
Exactly. Puts on the song.
Puts on the song. Oh my god.
The club was mad, bro. Like everyone was going crazy.
Everybody was jumping around. Like, yo, this song is crazy. Yeah. And after that, like we've been trying to promote it, but me, I guess people didn't really know that I made music. So they didn't really respect the fact that, oh, Tiger's putting out music. But now people are listening to it and the response and everybody loves it because you can relate to it. So if you haven't heard Get Right yet, you can go on my SoundCloud. Did you repost? I'm pretty sure you haven't reposted. Yeah. You go on my SoundCloud or his. My SoundCloud is Tig3rwould
Kashphat.
So check that song out. The thing that I personally feel that separates me from most artists in general, it's because we live in a generation where everybody's followers now. Nobody seems to want to do their own thing or be original.
And stick to it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they just want to do what they see everyone else is doing because it works. They see a part in that's working, so they want to hop on that wave. Like what most people generally say. But me, myself, I believe in staying true to my roots and if you have a craft, working on it to perfect it and not necessarily just doing whatever you see the next guy's doing. So the thing that I really feel that separates me from new and upcoming artists, SoundCloud rappers, you know, is the fact that every song is going to be consistent. I don't feel the fear of the fact that if I put out a good song, the next one isn't going to be as good. I aim to beat that ceiling. Like I have a glass ceiling, is what I like to say. Every song should be better than the last one I put out, and I honestly believe that. And I don't just try and mumble on every song or just do one thing all the time. I like to bring different flows, different concepts, different ideas, and music that everyone can relate to. Because I feel like as long as your music has an attachment to a person, like they're going through that situation and they can reflect back to a song that you have, that's what creates character and that's what builds that fan base. Like Cardi B, for instance. People love her for the fact that she's real, she's authentic. She don't try to be something she's not, and that's what I like to be as well. Because a lot of my music is usually about situations that I've been through, or situations that people close to me have dealt with, and just put it out there that way. So I feel like that separates me from a lot of the new and upcoming artists per se.
For me, I think it's just versatility. Like I believe that I'm very versatile with everything that I do in terms of music, and sometimes it's to a fault, I could say, because at times I want to do some Afrocentric music kind of vibe, and then the next minute I want to go straight hip-hop bars, nothing else, right? You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like that definitely separates me from any other artist, right? Like
the thing that I think personally separates me from most artists today and upcoming artists is the fact that we live in a generation where everyone likes to follow. They like to follow the trend that's working because they know it's most likely to work. So no one necessarily wants to be original or try to do their own thing. I believe in staying true to my roots, so I stay in my lane and I try to perfect my craft. I don't try to sound like anyone. I don't try to do what's working right now, because if somebody wants to listen to Drake, they could go listen to Drake. If somebody want to listen to Lil Uzi, they could go listen to Lil Uzi. So I don't believe in trying to replicate a style, and I think that's what really separates me from most and upcoming artists right now.
For me, I think it's my versatility. I feel like I do really well in switching up my flows and like music and everything, and in terms of well, that's for like within songs, but in terms of music in general, I do different genres, any type of genre, all except for country. But yeah, I've put my hands into like different genres.
I second that notion.
I've done a few tracks where it's like I always want to.
And he makes beats.
Yeah,
He's being humble right now.
You're stupid, bro. No, but like I just try my best to have my hand in everything, so that whenever I'm working with someone else, I can relate and I can, you know, put it like have some input in whatever they're doing, so that like everything becomes good. So yeah, like I try doing some video stuff too as well. Like I don't know, I just do everything.
Broad spectrum.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically it. So versatility, I think. Yeah.
The culture needs a Tig3rwould and Drake's track.
Honestly though, like that would be mad.
OVO, dope music.
All of y'all, hey, everybody at OVO.
Yo, let's make this happen, bro.
Like, straight up.
You think Party Next Door pen is nice? Call at your boy, bro. You think I'm joking?
For me, there's an African artist, person I would like to work with. He's an African artist based in the UK. His name is Malik Berry.
Malik Berry.
Bro.
Control.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He is like he's sick with it. Like
yeah,
in terms
Malik
of
Berry's nice.
in terms of the singing and the harmonies and everything, like bro, that
he's underrated, bro.
he is.
He's underrated.
He is like, and I feel like if both of us are in the studio, like magic will happen.
I second that.
Yeah, for sure. It will happen. Trust me.
Pause.
Pause. None of that sus shit.
The thing that I personally think, it's a long list, but I'll condense a list just for today. Hard work is definitely number one. Persistence,
That's key.
that's number one.
Yeah.
That's number one, just as hard work is. Dedication. You gotta be relentless. You gotta be focused. You gotta be faithful. You know what I mean? So if you don't have those key things, and you always gotta believe in yourself, because music is a funny business, I guess, if you want to look at it like that in terms of profiting from it. People don't support music right away. It don't work that way. You could be the best artist. You could be I don't care who you are, bro. The first song you put out, the first project you put out, people might not like it right away. It might be the next summer from when you actually put your project out that people actually, they like it and they fuck with it, I guess, in a sense. That's just the way music works. So, like me and you was talking about this the other day. It's kind of like with that meme. You ever seen the meme with the guy, he's digging gold, right? He's digging away at this gold and he stops.
Just gives
And
up.
then at the bottom is this guy who kept digging and then he struck gold. That's the exact same concept of music. The day you stop trying and giving effort could be the day you could have taken off.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is the right air hearing your music, and it puts you in a position to be where you want it to be. So those couple of things I list off earlier is what I personally feel as if what it would take for you to make it in the music industry.
Being focused on what you're doing and try not to get distracted, that's the most thing.
That's a big thing.
That's the most important
like
thing.
sacrifices, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Trust. You're not in this to just
to do it. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
if you want to play recreation sports, go play recreation.
go ahead,
bro.
like because
Like-
it's very competitive, and people are out there
Trying to make-
sacrificing everything just to get into this game. So if you want to be in this music industry and you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna put a few songs here and there, and then just go. It's not. You're not gonna survive, right? So basically, what he said: motivation, dedication, hard work, and persistence. Like you have to be persistent, because nowadays, how long does a hit survive? Like it's fast food.
Yeah.
It's fast food. Like a hit comes in, you listen to it, you jam, yeah, it's gone. Next person is out. Like, you know what I mean? So
That's
you definitely have to be persistent with it.
It's crazy. We got so much shit in the works right now.
Yeah.
Like, I got vibes coming out. That should be dropping any week now. We got a joint project together called Best of Both Worlds. Shit's gonna be
That is nasty. Like that one is crazy.
a lot of y'all guys who I reached out to in the beginning, the table's gonna turn. Like,
Talk to him, son.
I'm gonna talk that shit,
Talk
bro.
to him,
I'm gonna
son.
talk that shit. Y'all gonna be reaching out to me, bro. Like, you're a SoundCloud rapper just like I am. You do know that, right? Like,
I'm saying we gotta help each other.
we
out.
gotta help each other, bro. Like,
They
the
don't
only thing I
understand
was
that.
trying to do was build.
Yeah. That's the next one.
That's
yeah.
the next one. So well, I have 3 dropping probably like right behind each other consecutively.
Like for me, I already have one project that is done. It was supposed to be released this summer, but like then again, I'm a very hands-on person.
Yeah.
And so when I listened to like all the tracks that we had, I felt like there were a couple of things missing here and there, something to add to make it better. And I was just like, nope, it's not ready. Like I wasn't really satisfied with what I got, so I'm like, we'll put that on pause for a second. And that's more like an Afro, more African vibe to it, summer vibe to it. The next project that I'm working on is aside from our joint project, is another rap mixtape. Well, don't know. Man's already a road man and thing. In terms of fashion, man, like Adidas, man, straight up. Yeah, Adidas all the way. I don't know. I fell in love with the UK culture, especially when Stormzy came out. Yeah, he's just a sick rapper, bro. You gotta listen to him.
I'll check him
Mad.
out. Yeah?
Like grimy as fuck, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
I swear, once you listen to one song from the guy,
that's it.
You start buying Adidas for no reason. Bro. Trust me. Everything Adidas.
It's a lifestyle.
It is, bro.
Yeah.
It is. And yeah, in terms of fashion, Adidas, straight up.
Anybody who knows me know what my thing is. Kicks.
Oh yeah,
Sneakerhead.
Oh my god.
Like,
I thought I was a sneakerhead.
yeah, like retro Jordans used to be like my big thing. I have so many pairs of retro Jordans. I kind of just gave that up for a bit because the guy's a billionaire. I don't need to make him any more
of a billionaire.
You know, because like from high school throughout college, I love sneakers. If I go anywhere and I see a pair that I've never seen before, it's almost like
you're itching to get it.
I gotta get it. Like I'll pull a boot gang and run out of here with it.
Boot gang and take that shit a dip.
Shout out to the bros, that's for sure. Troy and Matt, we appreciate y'all, man. Like this wouldn't have been possible without them. So if y'all can, drop down in the comment section. Thank you, Troy and Matt. Let them know how much y'all appreciate them. I just want to thank y'all for watching this as well. It's hard being a musician, at least pursuing your dreams in music, because it isn't an easy road. There's a lot of adversity. For example, for me, I've been emailing DJs and different personalities trying to get my music out there. I haven't been getting much feedback because people don't necessarily like listening to new artists. It's almost when you've already made it when they try and give you that opportunity. So anybody who's supporting me right now, I appreciate that more than you can even imagine. Just continue showing love, and one day we'll look back at this video and just smile and be amazed at how far we came.
Shout out to all my guys in Ghana that helped me.
Yeah, 242.
Yeah.
I know.
Ghana, Cape Coast. Shout out to Sub-Zero. Shout out to Prince, Brown, everyone, man. And in terms of my guys over here, my niggas, A-Town, David, DJ ZJ, obviously, Humanity,
the bros,
Humanity,
James,
Gugu, On, James.
Yeah.
Got a whole bunch of nicknames. Everyone basically will be here all day, like all night, if I have to mention everyone.
Yeah.
But basically, shout out to all you guys that supported me from the jump start. You guys don't see it, but we go through a lot as artists. But then we do our best to always entertain you guys, give you guys everything that we have.
Dope music.
That
24/7.
Instagram, obviously, Kashphat. Facebook, Kashphat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Kashphat everywhere, right?
Yeah, Kashphat on everything.
Yeah.
My Instagram is Tig3rwould, TIG3 for an ERWOULD, and that's my name on Snapchat, Instagram, SoundCloud, Twitter. Anything you want to find me on, just search Tig3rwood,
Sure.
and you'll be able to find me.